Happy Valentine's Day, Cancer. This is for the sign of Cancer the Crab. The new moon is in Aquarius on February 8th, 2016, both Eastern Standard Time and Greenwich Mean Time. This affects your 8th house of birth, sex, death, and debt. The new moon is the aspect of the will to bestow, which sees opportunities rather than problems. The full moon is in Virgo on February 22nd, 2016, both Eastern Standard Time and Greenwich Mean Time. This influences your 3rd house of transportation and communication. The full moon is the influence of the will to receive that notices problems. The moon is known as the attribute of God the Mother, found in Isaiah 30:26, and the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days, in the day when the Lord shall bind up the wound of his people, and shall heal the stroke of their wound. Now, let's see how your ruling planet of the moon affects you this month, Cancer. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. Your water guardian, Archangel Gabriel, speaks to you from your Cancer angel, Muriel. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Cancer angel, Muriel, who resides over the Crab's cardinal water. And here are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, Muriel's love transmission for the Happy Valentine's Day love transmission for you with the help of the Archangel of Water, Gabriel, who rules over all the water signs and therefore all the emotions. The new moon is in Aquarius on February 8th, 2016, both Eastern Standard Time and Greenwich Mean Time. This affects your 8th house of birth, sex, death, and debt. This affects your love life in that you find yourself involved in the darker and more refreshing aspects of your life that give the Crab stability, causing you to want to attend to the facets of your life that have long-term purpose. Others claim to be you many times, but indeed are not, which is obvious to everyone who knows you. The full moon is in Virgo on February 22nd, 2016, both Eastern Standard Time and Greenwich Mean Time. This influences your 3rd house of transportation and communication. This event brightens your strict attention to detail and insistence on purity of any given relationship in which you find yourself. Now for Muriel's money transmission. Investments in companies that tend to birthing centers, midwifery, online dating services, funeral homes, and the religious organizations that work in tandem with such venues, savings and loan organizations, banks, and credit unions are your best bet at this juncture. Invest in businesses and organizations that develop and produce cleaner as well as more efficient transportation and communication systems that are available to everyone. Now for Muriel's health transmission, again with the assistance of the Archangel Gabriel, who rules over all the water signs. Healing and soothing of the entire chakra system is advised this month, with focus on the lower extremities, including the shins, calves, and ankles. Balancing the 3rd chakra and 2nd chakra is important this month, with focus on the liver and small intestines. This month's lucky fortune cookie prediction for you: time to pamper yourself and get yourself some great gifts just for the fun of it and just for being you. A disclaimer is in order here. High magic can be dangerous, intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Remember to chant your divine tone of I feel, or try out the higher aspect of simply meditating on the quality of feeling. And be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be, Cancer. The ephemeris information and calculations for Eastern and Greenwich Mean Time, respectively. For Eastern Standard Time, the new moon is on the 8th of February, 2016, at 9:39 a.m., 19 degrees Aquarius, 15 minutes. Full moon is on the 22nd of February, 2016, at 1:20 p.m., 3 degrees Virgo, 33 minutes. For London time, Greenwich Mean Time, the new moon is on the 8th of February, 2016, at 2:40 p.m., 19 degrees Aquarius, 16 minutes. The full moon is on the 22nd of February, 2016, at 6:20 p.m., 3 degrees Virgo, 34 minutes. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, but stay tuned because we're going to now give you an update on the situation with the alignment that's going on in the horizon. If you look up pre-dawn, in between the horizon and the moon, you will see the alignment. You'll be able to see the 5-planet alignment, with Mercury joining the 4 planets that have already been in alignment. So this is going to be in effect until the 20th of the month, so stay tuned for that. Pay attention to the signs in the heavens, as Scripture dictates, as mandatory for all who would know the truth of God. Genesis 1:14, and God said, "Let there be lights made in the firmament of heaven, to divide the day and the night. And let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years." Psalm 19:1-6, to the end a psalm for David. The heavens shew forth the glory of God, and the firmament declareth the work of his hands. Day to day uttereth speech, and night to night showeth knowledge. There are no speeches nor languages where their voices are not heard. Their sound hath gone forth into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. He hath set his tabernacle in the sun, and he, as a bridegroom coming out of his bride chamber, hath rejoiced as a giant to run the way. His going out is from the end of heaven, and his circuit even to the end thereof, and there is no one that can hide himself from his heat. Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, by reason of the confusion of the roaring of the sea and of the waves. Amos 5:8. Seek him that maketh Arcturus and Orion, and that turneth darkness into morning, and that changeth day into night, that calleth the waters of the sea, and poureth them out upon the face of the earth. The Lord is his name. Job 9:9. Who maketh Arcturus and Orion, and Hyades, and the inner parts of the south. Job 38:31. Shalt thou be able to join together the shining stars of the Pleiades, or canst thou stop the turning about of Arcturus? Job 38:32. Canst thou bring forth the day star in its time, and make the evening star to rise upon the children of the earth? Job 38:33. Dost thou know the order of heaven, and canst thou set down the reason thereof on the earth? Be sure to enjoy the Planetary Alignment 2016. Don't miss out on this confluence of planets and the music of the spheres, God's Great Symphony, from the 20th of January to the 20th of February 2016. This type of astrological event has not occurred since 2005. Get up early to witness the morning visibility of the planets Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, and Venus. You will see Mercury joining this alignment while gazing skyward between Luna and the horizon, when these wanderers will be observable to the naked eye. The sun will ingress into Aquarius on the 20th of January and journey throughout Aquarius for almost the entire alignment. Jupiter starts off the event in the sign of Virgo direct, going retrograde on the 7th of January and continuing to travel retrograde throughout the entire event and remaining in the sign of Virgo the Virgin as well. Saturn moves direct to the sign of Sagittarius the Archer during this planetary alignment. Mars travels direct through the sign of Scorpio the Scorpion throughout this astrological event. Venus transits direct in the sign of Sagittarius to ingress Capricorn on the 23rd of January and enter into the sign of Aquarius on the 16th of February while continuing to travel direct. Mercury will be retrograde in Capricorn for the first part of the alignment, going direct in Capricorn on the 25th of January. Mercury direct will ingress into Aquarius on the 13th of February to top off this cosmological event. Luna's antics include a full moon in Leo on the 23rd of January during this event and a new moon in Aquarius on the 8th of February. I'm Pastor Rosemary. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon.